Alright guys, it's Khalif from Fat Guy Skinny Wallet. I'm here to give you a quick, brief update on what happened with the doctor's appointment yesterday with my other shoulder. So just to recap, if you don't remember, I went to the doctor last week to check out both my shoulders. He said the insurance would restrict him to only looking at one at a time, so he looked at the right one last week. I got a cortisone shot. I don't think he listened very well to when I was trying to tell him, you know, when I started feeling the injury, how it's progressed, what things I do make it hurt, and what things I do that have no pain at all associated with it. So he gave me a cortisone shot. He said if it's not better, then I'll give you another cortisone shot, and if it's not better, we'll do physical therapy. And he said come for a follow-up visit, and we'll take a look at the left shoulder, because I can look at that one then, and then we'll probably do the same thing with that. He did do an x-ray last time, I didn't mention that. So went back yesterday. You know, he asked me about my shoulders again, if I was having some relief in the right one. I told him I was for the most part, except it felt like that it still couldn't handle a lot of weight or pressure. So, you know, without feeling like it's going to pop. So, I said okay. And then we looked at the left one. He took an x-ray. I asked if I could see the x-ray just because I'm interested in anatomy. And he did. He went over with me, explained the different parts of my shoulder to me that I don't remember now. But it was cool just to have him do that. And, you know, then he said there's nothing wrong in the x-ray at all. And after I started telling him about the differences in how the shoulders, what makes them hurt. And how I've gotten a lot better taking anti-inflammatories. He decided to still give me a cortisone shot in the left shoulder to treat tendonitis, and my next appointment is in 2 weeks with him. And he said, of course, if I feel start to feel any worse, I can come see him sooner than that. But in 2 weeks, we're going to check everything again. He said if I'm still having any discomfort or pain, I will get another cortisone shot, whichever shoulder's still hurting, and he will. Sorry, I just dripped sweat on my shirt, and I'm hoping it wasn't a stain, but no, it was just sweat. But he will then give the cortisone injection in the small joint, and he actually showed it to me on the chart. He gave it to me in a large joint this time. So I got cortisone in both shoulders, right last week, left yesterday. The left feels fine now as far as that. When I had the cortisone shot last week, there was some residual pain from the shot and a lot of stiffness. But I also did my Slim and 6 workout today, the Debbie Siebers one, because I went for a run last night after I came up from the doctor. I ate, and I just felt like bloated, like I ate too much or something. I ate and drank because I didn't eat all day, and I ate about 3:30. So I actually didn't go out and run until 6:30. I started my run at 6:26, so I did my warm probably about 6:10, 6:15 to, you know, consider my warm up and stuff. I was able to go 4.51 miles. But I did it at a slower pace because I knew I wanted to work out early in the morning. You know, I was going to work out in less than 12 hours. So I didn't want to really push myself. So I did do 4.51 miles. But it took me, I think it was an hour and 7 minutes to do 4.51 miles. So I ran the first 1.61. I jogged that. And then I walked for most of the rest of the way, the other 2.9 miles. I walked probably for about a mile and a half, and then I just alternated running and walking like every 30 seconds. So, and my walking pace is pretty fast. My walking pace is close to 4 miles an hour on just normal. And if I'm dressed up for work, I probably go about 3.5 because I don't want to destroy my shoes. But I can go normally with sneakers and casual gear on for between 4 and 4.5 miles an hour walking normally. So my jogging pace really isn't much faster than that if I'm trying to jog and get a good distance. But if I'm running, doing those kind of 30-second intervals, I'll probably get about 7 miles an hour in my running and then drop down to about 4 in my walking. So just so you can get an idea of what I was doing. And this morning I did the Debbie Siebers Slim and 6, the Burn It Up one, which is the advanced one. And, you know, it's a lot of shoulder work, because she keeps your arms moving and everything. It's a lot of shoulder work. And every once in a while, I felt something, and then I just alternated the movement just to make sure I wasn't putting a lot of stress on my shoulder. We actually did, things with resistance bands, and I just used 5-pound weights at that point because I was using resistance bands and I broke them. So using the 5-pound weights, my shoulders were fine for the most part. And I feel that I'm just going to do that, probably do the Slim and 6, because I do squats and lunges and other exercises to work on my muscles. And then I just have to skip her push-ups and the lower body routine that she does on the floor work outside of the ab work, because I can't put that pressure on my elbows, or now especially on my shoulders. Ooh, just so my other button wasn't buttoned. All right, so that's it. I went over the brief mark. To me, brief has to be less than 5 minutes. All right, so I apologize for going over 5 minutes, but I did want to let you know that I tested the shoulder out this morning, and I got a run in last night because I didn't make videos for that. All right, so that's it. I'm not going to do a recap because you can rewind the video and see it if you forgot everything I said about my doctor's appointment. And I'll probably write a brief post on the blog, and I may put the link to it below, but I probably won't do that for another day. All right, so that's it. See you guys later.